Okay, so we are at the graveyard, and we're going to look into whether or not Jake's body's been manipulated in any way after we visited the mortician, and he is here.
I don't have the right tool for
I
digging.
think Buttplug has it. And now, let's open
What
this.
trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse.
Yeah,
It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
you would think people would notice that. That shovel has proven worth its weight, it seems, and I would have done so more quickly if someone weren't hovering over my shoulder. Indeed, blah, 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 blah. And, alright. So, let's go ahead and talk to these people, or this lady, because it might add to the journal or something. I once lived a prosperous life with my husband and a happy little daughter, Lonnie, but when the undead plague broke out, my dear husband was among the first killed. Lonnie never recovered from the loss, and when a group of mercenary predators, more aptly called, came to town, dangling the opportunity of annihilate those undead. Alright, so her daughter went to sort of avenge her father by fighting the undead and ended up dying herself, and now she's mourning her. Alright, good to know. So, I think what I want to do is, I have an idea to get some XP here, but first I need to go get Jahan from the library for this to work. There are a couple enemies you can get to fight if you dig up all these graves, or certain graves. One of them is a zombie named David, and he's a pain in the ass. Don't do it until you're like level 5 or so. It's not worth it. He will wreck your face, in other words. But there is a bomber thing that you can just use. I'll just tell you what he said. Basically, Jahan is a demon hunter, and we're source hunters. So he wants to join us because he figures that demons and sorcerers tend to hang out in the same shady areas and circles and so forth. So we agreed that as long as we don't, do deals with demons, stuff like that, then we can be a team. And might not keep him, but for now, he has a lot of really good spells, including, but not limited to, teleportation, which is going to be amazing. So, here's what I want to do first. I want to go ahead and move everybody up, because we're going to teleport this bastard away from us as soon as this thing pops up. So let's get Buttplug to dig this thing up. And Jahan, for whatever reason, decided to run really far away, but we should still be able to teleport this bastard an extreme distance. And that's an instant kill right there because he just blows up. He's like a bomber. Jahan has teleported. Jared was hit for 52. So Jared turned into, for some reason, a bomber zombie thing. And normally they'll come at you and just suicide bomb you. But if you can do some crushing damage to them, if you can knock them down or throw them or something like that, they instantly will blow up. So you can often blow up their friends, but in this case we just wanted to blow up them, get some free XP from it. And we got Jahan, so I'm going to give all this stuff to Buttplug. Keep that. I'll send this to Buttplug as well. And the good thing is Jahan has a bunch of cool abilities right off the bat, and he also has like a red scroll, which is really valuable. Okay, so we've come to the graveyard. We figured out that Jake's body is replaced with a dead sheep, which is unfortunate. And pro tip, if you go over here to the marketplace, into this little area where there's like a little pin, there's a lady looking for a missing sheep, and you can sort of turn this quest into her because that's her sheep. Pro tips, everybody. Pro tips with Esh. You're welcome. Alright, where are they? Come on, guys. Where's the click at? I believe this is her, Bertia.
Greetings.
Tell me about yourself. Where's your about your stolen sheep. Oh, Hoggett, you're rotten to the bone. My poor, sweet, plump girl, you've been wasted entirely. All that roast, all that mutton. Not even the sausage grinder will want her now. Give her here, will you, my little moldering darling? And we got 50 attitude points.
Until we meet again.
Apparently.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
300 XP from that. And 50 attitude. I don't know what that really does, but the 300 XP is really good. So, boom. Shakalaka. Is there an XP gauge, actually? I would love to know that, actually, if there's an XP gauge. Experience points anywhere? Experience, 9,075, and we need almost 2,000 to get to our next level. So we just need to keep on going here. So let's see, we've discovered the body was replaced by a sheep. We now have some more, a list of additional suspects that the mortician gave us based on who could have gotten access to the body, which was missing, and thusly replaced with a sheep. Now, obviously, you would want to find the sheep first, I guess, because then you'd be like, oh, this body isn't even here. Let's go talk to the mortician. He's the one that would be putting this body in. He clearly got the sheep and replaced the body with it. And this is the...
What's this I've spotted?
Oh, look at this. Should I dig this up? You know, before I do that, I'm gonna F5 it. I think honestly this thing is gonna like blow up and kill us all, but I'm gonna try it anyway. The earth seems to be friendly. We and our shovels will do as we please. No, that would be an I think this is a trap. I think it's a trap, so I'm just gonna leave it because I don't want to die. I just have no taste for it, for dying. So this loud moaning is coming from the hospice of the place, the hospital area. So this is the main doctor, dude, and over here you'll see his like nurse, his second in command, and she is one of the people who has access to the body, or could have potentially.
Which of you is more deserving of life?
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit. More petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia and a half a circumference of the blah blah blahs. But no matter, no matter. Even if it couldn't spare this hardy a specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Tell me about yourself. So, Evelyn, the chick we're here to talk about, has some sort of stone that's been giving her the ability to heal people with, like, instant healing. And he's saying it's BS. Let's discuss... I don't mean to imply the girl is wholly without talents. No, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I do expect she'll be quite a successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all. Well, that's very humble of you. Let me ask you about affairs surrounding Sicil. Murder... there we go. Learned everything we could from him.
Stone. Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic. Neither of you cares to believe in his very existence.
Excuse me, this is a private sick room. Who in the name of the seven do you think you are barging in here? Oh, out, I say, right this instant. Tell me about yourself. And she's like, oh, okay. Sigh. I'm sorry, it's this task. I feel my very being is unraveling at the most tenuous seams. Tell me more about the patients. Boris. One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead, a young man but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. What about Stephen? Quite the venerable staple of Sicil, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work. So we're going to decide who of these two is going to be used, who the healing stone is going to be used on. It seems she can only heal one or the other with this. So we have a young trader or an old builder who's about to retire. I'm ready to make my decision. Boris' life has just begun, that seems like. So we're going to save the young one because he has such a long life to lead after this. And Boris is sort of lived out. Pragmatic, 300 XP. That's quite a bit for just telling.
No, this is highly abnormal. This lightning.
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend.
Now, that tome on soothing a corpse's troubled mind. It can't have gotten far.
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
So we have a new portal or something at the end of time. And I guess it's because we interacted with another star stone. That's what she was using to heal people. And I think this is where we can start hiring people, actually. Exciting things have happened since you last passed through, such as, oh, I've been able to wrestle a couple of words out of the dearest weaver. Very gratifying after the ignominious silent treatment. That's a word. But much more importantly, another portal has come to life. I sense a presence behind it, and as you can imagine, I'm curious. Alright, where is this thing at? Is it? I think it's up here.